It's not the use. And even in most jurisdictions, possession of a small amount of marijuana, they'll call it SAM, S-A-M. Possession of a small amount of marijuana is either decriminalized or not a crime at all. The crime becomes distribution. And that means giving, including giving away. It doesn't have to be necessarily selling. So that's how they get you. If they can establish a transaction, whether by sting, hiring, and unfortunately, I have a bunch of sting cases. They're really frustrating. A sting is where they, have the cop pretend to be somebody, go up and make a sale. And then that's a really easy case to make because that's a very believable witness. Or they have a snitch go make the sale, which is less believable because a snitch has all kinds of credibility problems. Or sometimes they just observe it from a car with tinted windows across the street and make an arrest. But distribution is still unlawful for marijuana and obviously other drugs.
When Joe Arpaio was on Cevallos' show, I don't think he made the show, but he was talking about like one of his big busts when he was young or younger. This asshole, and he was talking about how it was like, and he was describing a distribution. Basically, some guy, he met him out in the woods and bought like a nickel bag of fake weed and then nailed the guy for distribution and also kidnapping because they were in the wood. Like from the story he told proudly, you could tell that's what it was, what this asshole, he did one of these stings for not even real weed and put a whole bunch of bullshit charges. And he was like, the way he described it was like he was kidnapped and, he was like aggrandizing it like he's fucking Walker, Texas Ranger. But I've been like on the road and heard, me and Jay did a show in Pennsylvania. I can't remember what town. But after the show, I now think they were trying to like make us just get out of town. It was like this local judge. And he was talking about how he likes to get people for minor infractions. The scofflaws, they call them. And one guy, he denied him bail because he said he was a flight risk. For it was some bullshit, like not traffic tickets, but something like that. And the guy ended up killing himself in the fucking.
Oh boy.
And he jumped off something. And this is the punchline. The guy goes, and I go, see, I told you he was a flight risk. And he hit a cigar. It's like, so looking back now, that guy probably was trying to scare us out of town because we were scum. It's like that Chevy Chase movie.
Interesting.
Where he gets trapped in the weird funhouse.
Yeah. So I had a case. Yeah, I had a case back in 2011, way back. And it involved, my client was in a speedboat in the Caribbean, in the Virgin Islands, in the middle of the night. And the government said he was waiting for a plane that flew overhead and dropped 300 kilos of cocaine into the water for him to pick up. Now, the plane got lost, dropped the bales. He never even saw the bales. The FBI swoops in, the DEA swoop in on their boats. You can see it all on night vision. It's all on video from a plane they had circling. And it's very dramatic. And I haven't even told you the craziest part yet, which is there was never any cocaine. It was all a sting. It was a made up, they wrapped up phone books in paper and dropped it into the water. And once they did that, think about it, in every sting, there was no actual crime. The crime existed only in his brain, only in the fluids in his brain, because every other boat out there was fishing. And in their brain, they were fishing. They were there to fish. This guy never even saw the fake cocaine. He just sat in his boat. They swooped in and arrested him. And because they had caught him on camera earlier, supposedly agreeing to go pick up this cocaine, there was never an actual crime committed. It only existed in his brain.
That's crazy. This is why I can't stand hearing people blather about like, we live in a fascism now that Trump's here. Like this bullshit's been going on for a while with everyone's blessing, all these fucking abuses. And then a guy they aesthetically don't like, and all of a sudden, like, our freedoms are like, what did you think that they were doing this whole time?
Because I can't get right.